This story comes from the last time I was DMing an Adventure League game. We had 4 players. We had an arcane archer, who was a human, a half-elf barbarian, a dwarf barbarian, and to complete the set, because you could never have enough barbarians, a half-orc barbarian. The quest was very simple. All they had to do was go to this small hamlet of around 7 homes and 12 people, talk to the shopkeeper to get the information where they need to go, and then leave. It was very simple. No need to stay in the town for more than 5 minutes, maybe a little bit of roleplay, buy some supplies, no need to stay around. As they got into town, they saw this old man cleaning a window. He had 2 peg legs and a peg arm, meaning he only had 1 working appendage left. They thought that this would be a great idea to talk to him and get some information from him. But as they were talking, the half-orc barbarian might have got bored or something, or perhaps his brain just stopped working and he was like, "I'm going to buy your arm for 200 gold. And that was the most gold this guy has even heard about. He gets like 1 gold a year maybe from cleaning windows. So of course he sold his arm straight away. And then, after a stern telling off from the fighter, the half-orc suddenly turned around and said, "Do you know what? I'm going to buy your legs as well for an extra 400. So of course this guy was like, "Yes, I will gladly sell you my legs." So there they were. This guy was really happy, giving them no information basically whatsoever, and started crawling off using his 1 good arm with the bag of gold clenched between his teeth. Seeing that his gold was just gone, and probably realizing that was a stupid idea, he brought his warhammer down, smashing this guy's skull. This guy was on the floor, so he was prone, so they obviously got advantage, and he just killed this guy in 1 hit. Looking around, they didn't really see anyone else, but they heard a door quickly close. The fighter reprimanded him again, telling them off. The other barbarians probably didn't care. They were quite quiet at this point. The fighter, realizing that he should probably go check what the door sound was, walked off to the front of the building they were just at, and realized it was a shop of some sort, but the window has been closed and the door has been bolted shut. Realizing that half-orc now is probably not a very good companion to have with him, the fighter knocked on the door. "Excuse me, you're okay in there? Do you need any assistance?" The voice sounded from the other side of the door.
No, we're good, thank you. No assistance needed here, please. How are you?"
The fighter rolled his insight check, getting a natural 19 plus 1, so he realized that they were probably pretty scared of the half-orc who had just brutally bludgeoned an old man to death. With the fighter realizing that leaving witnesses is probably not the best for them, he's trying to reason with them. Do you need help? We can give you gold or anything." At this point, the other barbarians spoke up, going, "We can't leave here alive. We can't have any witnesses," to the half-orc. And the half-orc went, "Oh yeah, I'll just kick down the door. It's a brilliant idea." So with his mighty hammer, he brought it down on the door, getting a natural 20, instantly knocking the door down. But with these doors, they're not the best made because it's a small little town, and the guy was right up behind the door, so he brought the hammer down, smashing the door face and the person behind it as well, instantly killing a second civilian. At this point, the fighter was quite pissed off with the half-orc, but he didn't really want to say anything because 3 barbarians versus an arcane archer, not really going to end well. But the half-orc just ran into the room, realizing that there was an old woman at the back of the counter. Seeing this, she started screaming and lifting this longsword off the counter. She couldn't really wield it properly, so she swung it above her head, rolled her attack roll, and got a natural 1. But with her strength modifier, that came down to a -2. So what she did was she brought it up, accidentally dropping it, and just accidentally killing herself in the process, falling at the half-orc's feet. At this time, the fighter was done with the barbarian's bullshit. He clonked the half-orc over the head, telling him to suit up. He grabbed the long sword, sensing it was slightly magical, and packed it away to make sure that no one got it, so no one profited off this killing. Then he sodded off to the tavern to see if anyone had any information, because they just killed the person they were sent to the village to talk to. At this point, the arcane archer / fighter was done with the barbarian's bullshit. He told them to wait outside while he went to talk to the tavern owner. He walked into the tavern, ordered an ale, and then talked to the tavern owner. Basically, it went like this. "You right, mate? Any problems in town at the moment?" said the fighter. "Yes, there is a black pudding on the edge of town, now that you mention it. The shopkeeper has a magic weapon that might help you fight it, but he won't just give it to anyone. You're going to have to prove your worth to him." With an exacerbated sigh, the fighter pays his tab, gets up from his stool, walks out the tavern, gives the longsword to the barbarian without a magic weapon, and walks to the edge of town. Interesting thing about this party, most of them had magic weapons, all but one. And now with that half-elf barbarian getting a magic weapon, they each have an elemental weapon. The arcane archers does poison, the half-elves now does psychic, the half-orc barbarian does fire damage, and the dwarf barbarian does thunder damage. Now they are essentially Team Power Ranger. Then Team Power Ranger left and killed the black slime that was threatening the village. But that isn't as interesting as the first bit. We've all been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, the commemorative plate, the mug, the t-shirt, the hoodie, the novelty toothbrush, novelty sword holder, axe warmer, and generally everything else you can get from killing a black slime. But there we go. This was a recent game I DM'd and thought it would be an interesting thing to put on here.